What's up guys, it's Andrew, and I wanted to go over a sword fighting tutorial today. I already have a gun one up on my channel. I've gone ahead and just recorded just a little bit of film just to watch over, and I can talk over the video. Because I found out I can talk a little bit more smooth when I'm not trying to focus on the game. I did try talking in this video, but it kind of got like a little stuttery. So I wanted to like have something clear and concise for you guys to hear. So basically, here's my first match. And the first match I wanted to do a little bit of no ACing, just so that I could go over um how to do it without ACing. Okay, I guess for this first one here, I think I go like 30 seconds in. I turn off the AC. Okay, so yeah. So I do turn off the AC here. And basically what you're going to be noticing here is that I'm doing something called like a half lunge. So I'm not completely lunging my sword. I'm just clicking at a constant rate to where my sword is like half lunged. And that's very important for you to do if you're not going to be ACing. Because if you are not ACing, you want to be able to lunge as quick as possible, especially if you're playing against ACers. And the half lunge will let your sword lunge a slightly bit quicker than if you weren't lunged. And then also, if they lock into your sword during a half lunge, they actually do take like a fair amount of damage compared to if you weren't half lunging at all. So you definitely want to be doing that half lunge. And you also want to try to play sort of tricky. You'll notice here that I'm almost playing always with my shift lock off when I'm not ACing. I do something called a hybrid, to where I like constantly toggle my shift lock on and off, and I'll just be walking around like this and trying to bait someone into my lunge, because like honestly there are some plays that you just cannot do with auto clicker on, just like that you can with AC off. You can do some like really nice back turns, like catch people off, because they're so used to like people just like shift lock facing them. Their sword is always being faced to them by the enemy. Whereas like with auto clicker, you could like walk around them, show them your back, and then all of a sudden you're spinning on them, which is like really throws a lot of good people off, especially good people off, because they're not going to just lunge into you. They're trying to respect your space, where at the same time you're like throwing off their spacing because they're not sure. Like it kind of throws off how like close their sword, like they don't understand how close your sword is to them. So you're gonna see me here just like walking around without shift lock on, half lunging, and then just like trying to get my enemy to walk into me. Obviously there's some like it's gonna be some like tricky deaths. I haven't like a sword fought in a while. Um, but yeah, it was actually overall a pretty good session. So I'm happy that this is the film that we're gonna watch. This was the first game that I hopped straight into. Like, this is not, I didn't pick out any games. Like, I literally joined a fucking custom duels game and just started recording. So, yeah. Okay, so I did turn on the AC now. So what you're going to be seeing here is a completely different playstyle. I almost always have my shift lock on when I'm ACing. And the reason why I do that is because the benefit of having AC on is more so that you can let your guard down a little bit more and focus more on your attack. And that's because people are going to walk straight into your sword. So because I'm ACing, I'm almost always going to be lunged. Because you swing faster when you're ACing. That is a benefit of ACing. You're just going to swing faster. The faster you click, the faster your sword lunges. And in AC, you cannot click as fast as an auto clicker can. So therefore, people that are ACing will have an advantage because their sword is almost always going to be lunged. It's like, as you can see on the screen right now, like it's almost never not lunged. So you're going to be wanting to like always be keeping your sword towards your enemy, because that way you can't be caught off guard. If you're getting ready for attack and then all of a sudden they lunge into you, chances are they're just going to lunge right into your sword. I would go as far to say, as a majority of the time that someone lunges into you, they're lunging straight into your sword. So especially with no heal swords, so like the swords of custom duels, you're not going to get healed after you get the kill. You get an FT a lot of times where like typically with a heal sword you would die because the enemy would just get instantly healed after they get the kill off on you, which is why a lot of heal players hate playing with these type of swords, because they've tuned their play style to they rush in and they know that they're going to get healed, so they can do something stupid, whereas now they would just be FTing or just dying on a repeat. So yeah, their play styles are just not as good. So you'll notice a lot of the top heals players struggling with normal swords, because they're so like used to just being able to rush in. So yeah, I would go as far as say is they're really not good without heal swords. But you'll notice that the people that are typically good without heal swords, like with standard linked, they are good usually with heal swords because their playstyle doesn't affect the heals. They may not be as top fraggy, but they'll always be positive typically because a kill is a kill at the end of the day. So yeah. So here you're just gonna notice my playstyle. I'm able to play a lot more aggressive because I know if they rush into me, then they're gonna be rushed into my lunge. So I get very aggressive with my AC, and all I'm trying to do is catch them off guard. So if they give me an opening on their left or their right, I'm just gonna go in for the lunge, and 9 out of 10 times, I'm gonna get the kill there. And yeah, and like that last 1% of the time, the last 1 out of 10 is like 50% of the time it's gonna be a tie, and then sometimes you'll lose. But like as you're seeing, I'm literally just like rolling people right now. And benefit of playing like I sort of do, and I don't really have like a dedicated play style. Like I have like this one thing that I do over and over and over again. I kind of adapt to how my enemies are playing. So like if my enemies are super offensive, then I play defensive, and if they're really defensive, then I play really offensive. And here it's kind of like a mix of both, where they're not too offensive, but they're not too defensive. But since I know I'm so much better than these people, I'm able to just like kind of run it down on them. But I'm not just straight Wing into them. And there's nothing wrong with not Wing straight into people. I mean, if you're playing custom duels and you're trying to hit tier 7, the only way you're going to do that is not suiciding every single life. You're going to see here that like the most important thing is when you know you're the best player on your team, you cannot be selling your life away. You need to like be getting multi-kill. I'm 6-1 right now, right? I am 6-1, and we just lost. We barely won that round. Okay, I have died one time, and we barely won the round 2. So like, if you know you're the best player and that your teammates aren't good, you need to be trying your best to follow your teammates up. So like, if I think this teammate is gonna just feed straight into that enemy, I'm there to follow him up and get those follow-up kills. Like right there, I followed my team up. I followed my teammate up, and the enemy was not ready for it. You'll notice this a lot, even against good players. They're going for a lunge, and if you're a good follow-up player, like, okay, so there was not a good follow-up, but I attempted to follow up, and that's what's important. You need to be attempting to follow your teammates up, and you'll notice that you're still winning a lot more 2v2s. So yeah, I mean, you're gonna see right here. I think I don't even know what my KDR is. Probably like 8-2. And yeah, we're literally like they have a round somehow. So yeah, I'm gonna be trying to follow my teammates up. Like right there, I wasn't a great follow up, but like I could have been a little bit quicker. But that's what you have to do. Like if you know your teammates feeding into the enemy, you got to try to follow them up. And this is like a really good match out of me. I think I don't know exactly what I dropped, but yeah, you're gonna see some good concepts in here to where I'm just basically so there I get a little too cocky and just like W straight into the enemy. But yeah, as you can see, look, okay, I just W'd straight into the enemy. I only got 1 that time, and guess what? We lost the round. So like if I'm not getting 2 in the round, we're losing. And I know that. So I know that I can't just sell my life away and only get 1. I need to get 2 or we're losing the game. And that's what I'm telling myself in my head. So I know I'm not going to go for a stupid W hold. I'm going to try to go for a follow-up kill, get my 1, and then go get my 2. You want to constantly be, if you think you're the best on the team, then you need to constantly be putting yourself in a situation to where you're the one that the round relies on to win. Put yourself in the 1v1s at the end of the round and clutch those rounds. So yeah, again, like I get 1 or 2 here, and we lose the round. It's 4-4, and I'm 14-6 or something like that. All right, so I do get 2 here. But yeah, I mean, like my teammates are just like selling the bag a lot of time. I'm 15-6. I was 14-5, and it's 4-4. Almost every round that I died, we lost. I think probably every round that I died, we lost. Except for one. So yeah, I'm in the zone now. I think I'm just trying to focus up and make sure we don't lose this game. Um, so right now I'm just going for a more defensive style of play. Going for some baits. Followed up my teammate there. And that's another thing. You'll notice right there. Very, very common pattern. This white guy here is going to lunge into my teammate on the right. And when they go for these, W holders love to go for two. They love to go for two. So he's going to lunge into my teammate here and try to kill me next. Because he thinks that his round is over if he doesn't back out there. If he does back out there, rather. What he should have done here is he should have gotten this kill and then just backed out. But instead he gets greedy. He goes for two. And he gives me the round. But now it's a 2v1. And 2v1 conversions are like, you should win these like 95% of the time. Whereas a 3v2, like maybe it's like 60% of the time. And especially a 2v2, even if you're on 10 HP, this heartbroken guy could easily follow his teammate up. And then it becomes a 1v1. So yeah. Like that was severely misplayed by that guy. He should have just went for a follow-up here. And I managed to bait him into lunging into my sword, just like there. And we win the game. I'm not sure if I do another round here. Yeah, I don't. So maybe I could pull up something on YouTube, like an official scrim, and go over, just like review it real quick, and then give some tips. And other than that, I think we'll be good to go. So I've gone ahead and gotten into Impactful's video. He used to be a pretty prevalent sword fighter a couple of years ago. And he's facing off against Rocky Hopper, who is also very prevalent SFer. So I'm just going to try to do a breakdown of this 1v1 just so you guys can see what's happening. So right there, Impactful is just kind of... And these are both two non-ACers right here. Neither of these players are ACing. But you're going to notice that Impactful's... he's very aggressive. So what he does is he goes for a lunge and then just runs into the dude. So he'll lunge in advance, and then he'll rush straight into his opponent. So there, he took too long to get his sword into the body, which is why he died here. Rocky had a nice dodge here. So he goes for the lunge here, and he's not able to get his sword into Rocky before his sword becomes unlunged. So Rocky gets the kill. So here... Rocky goes for a lunge, and Impactful just really catches him off guard by just going for like a straight rush here. This was kind of far away, actually. Rocky was kind of far away just a second ago. He goes for a lunge in, and I guess Rocky actually goes for a kill here from really far distance, and then dies. Impactful catches him off here with like a quick lunge. I wouldn't be surprised if, yeah. So this is like right after the last kill, right? So this, but you can tell by the kill feed still being up. So what Impactful does is, this is very common in 1v1s, where as soon as someone gets a kill, if they're used to like it going back and forth and taking a minute before a kill happens, you could just go for a straight W and it catches them off guard, which is what Impactful goes for here. He goes for a straight W here. Yeah, and it catches them off guard. So all he does is he just lunges straight into Rocky and then gets the kill there. Then there again, Impactful's goes for a lunge and just cannot reach Rocky in time. And he kind of misses him, like, right here, too. But, yeah. That time, he was able to... I don't know what Rocky's doing here, to be honest with you. Yeah, Impactful just goes for a W hold here and just gets him. Again, just goes around Rocky. Very aggressive, catches him off guard. Tries to bait him here. So he goes for an interesting tactic. He goes for a bait here. And he expects Rocky's going to be more to the right now. And Rocky just doesn't fall for the bait. He actually just backs up, and then he's impactful shots falls straight into Rocky's sword. So that was like a very good play by Rocky there. He was able to like read that pretty well. And then let's see what happens here. Let's see that. I guess Impactful's kind of just like walks into Rocky's sword here. I mean, you could just tell this angle is not good because Rocky's sword is like a more direct path to Impactful's, and Impactful swords might not even be touching Rocky right now. So Rocky's gonna get an easy kill here. Just a bad lunge angle. So Rocky here might get the kill. I haven't seen the end of this. He might get the kill. So Rocky's sword just touched Impactful's. Impactfuls may have been able to jump over the sword just in time without dying, and he'll get the kill if that's the case. Okay, so yeah, Rocky did too much damage there. So that was a good lunge by Rocky there. So that was an interesting play by Impactfuls here. So he's been aggressive the entire time. And this time he decides to let Rocky just go in for a lunge. And then he just jumps around him. And I assume this is a quick 2-0 because this video is not that long. And I assume he just beats Rocky pretty quickly here. So there, good play by Rocky. Impactfuls tried to do a bait maneuver, like I was saying, where he's not in shift lock and just tries to do this bait turn thingy where he was going to go around and try to lunge at him, but Rocky just straight W's him. And that's what you got to do sometimes. So you just got to straight W into your opponent when they're like messing with you. They're trying to mess with your brain. Sometimes you can just rush straight into them and you get a kill like that. Again, Rocky a little aggressive. Good movement by Impactfuls there. This is a long one right here. Good movement by Impactful. So he actually went around Rocky's sword there. And the only reason he gets this kill, by the way, is because Rocky's sword unlunges. I don't know if anyone saw that. That's the only reason he gets this kill. He goes around it. Oh, I guess his sword doesn't unlunge, actually. But it was very good timing by Impactfuls, and he jumps over Rocky's sword. Very impressive there. Lunges straight into his sword. It happens. Happens. Alright, he's gonna go for a rush here. You can already feel it. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Maybe Rocky wins this one. Nah, he's gonna win right here. Oh, no, Rocky's gonna win it. So there, a little too aggressive, runs into Rocky's sword. There, Rocky just got a really good kill. There, honestly, Rocky, if he wiggled a little bit more, probably would have gotten the kill. Here, it happens, like, you misjudge your lunge. He lunged forwards, went for a kill, sort of, and then sort of bailed out, and Rocky just lunged straight into him and got the kill. But yeah, overall, that was a pretty good match. Very close. They went 1-1. So yeah, but yeah, that's basically what you need to do. If you want to, like, become good, you could honestly just look up some good players. Impactfuls, Rocky Hopper both have channels. Daffy, and just, like, copy one of their play styles and put it into your own play style, and you'll be able to, like, start doing really well.